For many women, the first sign of perimenopause isn't a hot flash or a missed period, it's a sudden, inexplicable surge of rage over a dishwasher loaded incorrectly. Or perhaps it's a wave of anxiety while driving a route you've taken for 20 years, or tears welling up during a commercial for dog food. Perimenopause, the transitional phase leading up to menopause, typically begins in a woman's 40s. While physical symptoms like night sweats get the most attention, the mental and emotional toll can be just as debilitating. The fluctuating hormones that define this era can wreak havoc on your neurotransmitters, leading to mood instability that feels foreign and frightening. But where is the line between normal hormonal fluctuation and a medical concern that requires intervention? Here is a guide on navigating these changes and knowing exactly when to pick up the phone and call your doctor. The science, why do I feel like a different person? To understand when to seek help, it helps to understand the biological storm occurring inside the body. During perimenopause, your ovaries don't just gradually shut down, they sputter. Estrogen and progesterone hormones that regulate your reproductive cycle rise and fall erratically. These hormones do more than control your period. Estrogen in particular has a neuroprotective effect and is closely linked to the production of serotonin and endorphins. When estrogen levels crash, serotonin levels can plummet with them. This creates a window of vulnerability. Even women who have never experienced mental health struggles before may suddenly find themselves battling severe PMS, anxiety, or depressive episodes. If you are feeling crazy, you are responding to a massive biological shift. Normal versus concern, assessing your symptoms. It is common to feel irritable, fatigued, or weepy during perimenopause. However, common does not mean you have to suffer through it, and it certainly doesn't mean it's harmless. Typical perimenopause mood shifts often look like women experiencing premenstrual symptoms often notice several emotional and cognitive changes that, while manageable, can be frustrating in daily life. A shorter fuse than usual leads to increased irritability, particularly in response to specific stressors like work or family situations. Mild anxiety may emerge, creating a jittery or worried feeling before a period begins, though it's typically possible to calm down with some effort. Brain fog becomes noticeable through small but annoying lapses, forgetting words mid-sentence, or walking into a room only to forget the purpose of being there. Additionally, tearfulness increases, making it easier to cry during sad movies or sentimental moments that might not have prompted such strong reactions at other times. The original text is already in English. No changes are needed. Signs it is more than just mood swings. Depression and anxiety can manifest in ways that go beyond typical sadness or worry. Anhedonia, a loss of interest in activities that once brought you joy like hobbies, socializing, or intimacy, can leave you feeling disconnected from life. You might experience episodes of uncontrollable rage that seem disproportionate to the situation, followed by overwhelming guilt or exhaustion. Intrusive thoughts may plague your mind, creating a constant stream of worry that feels impossible to shut off, or irrational fears about your safety and health. These mental symptoms can also take a physical toll, manifesting as heart palpitations, shortness of breath, or sudden panic attacks that seem to come from nowhere. The red flags, when to see a doctor immediately. You should never feel you have to tough out perimenopause. However, there are specific scenarios where medical intervention is not just recommended but necessary. 1. Your daily life is disrupted. If your mood symptoms are interfering with your ability to function in daily life, it's time to seek medical help. This includes calling in sick to work because you simply cannot face the day, withdrawing from friends and family because socializing feels overwhelming, or snapping at your children or partner in ways that are damaging your relationships. You might also find yourself making mistakes at work due to brain fog or difficulty concentrating. These signs indicate that your symptoms have moved beyond occasional struggles and are now impacting your responsibilities, relationships, and overall quality of life. Clear signals that professional support is needed. 2. You have a history of depression. Women with a history of major depressive disorder or postpartum depression are at a significantly higher risk of a relapse during perimenopause. If you have a history of mental health struggles, you should treat perimenopause as a high-risk time. Proactively seeing a doctor before symptoms get bad is a smart strategy. 3. Sleep is non-existent. Mood and sleep are inextricably linked. Perimenopause often brings insomnia, night sweats, and sleep maintenance issues. If you are chronically sleep deprived, your emotional regulation breaks down. If you haven't had a good night's sleep in weeks, you need to see a doctor. Treating the sleep issue often resolves the mood issue. 4. You are experiencing dark thoughts. If you feel hopeless, worthless, or have thoughts that life isn't worth living, this is a medical emergency. Hormonal shifts can trigger severe depressive episodes that require immediate psychiatric care. Do not attribute this solely to hormones and wait for it to pass. How to prepare for your doctor's visit? Many women report feeling dismissed by doctors when they bring up perimenopause symptoms. They are often told to reduce stress or are handed an antidepressant without a discussion about hormones. To get the best care, you must go in prepared. Track your cycle. Use an app or a calendar to track your periods and your mood. If your mood dips significantly in the 10 days before your period, this points to a hormonal cause. Be specific. Instead of saying I feel bad, say I have had 3 panic attacks this week or I cried for 2 hours yesterday over nothing. Ask about HRT and mental health. If you suspect your mood is hormonal, ask your doctor specifically about hormone replacement therapy. For many women, replenishing estrogen stabilizes the mood more effectively than antidepressants alone. Seek a specialist. If your general practitioner or gynecologist dismisses your mental health concerns, find a NEMS certified provider who specializes in midlife health. Treatment options your doctor may discuss. When you see a doctor, there are several paths forward. It is rarely all in your head, and there are effective treatments. Hormone replacement therapy, for many women, stabilizing estrogen levels eliminates the mood swings and brain fog. Bioidentical progesterone can also have a calming, sedative effect that helps with anxiety and sleep. Antidepressants, these are often prescribed for perimenopause mood changes. Even if you aren't clinically depressed, low doses of these medications can help treat hot flashes and stabilize serotonin levels. Cognitive behavioral therapy. Therapy can provide tools to manage the anxiety and catastrophizing thoughts that often accompany hormonal shifts. Lifestyle adjustments. A doctor may check your vitamin D, B12, and iron levels, as deficiencies here can mimic depression. They may also discuss reducing alcohol, which is a known depressant and can severely worsen hot flashes and anxiety. Conclusion. Perimenopause is a biological reality, not a character flaw. If you feel like you are losing control of your emotions, you are not failing at being a woman, a mother, or a professional. You are navigating a complex neurological event. If you are questioning whether your symptoms are bad enough to see a doctor, the answer is likely yes. You deserve to feel like yourself. By seeking help early, you can protect your relationships, your career, and your peace of mind, ensuring that the transition to menopause is one of empowerment rather than endurance. Disclaimer: this video provides general information and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult with a healthcare provider regarding any medical concerns.